Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith of Smith in the Black with a Strat Time report, and we got Spies an inside day. It's coming up just a little bit here, but still an inside day, and so the question is, do we stay that way to come into a Monday, right? Do we form an equilibrium to come into a Monday? That's something I'd want to know about, because we come to the end of the week, we know that we're closer to 2-2 reversal on the weekly to come in next week, back to the upside, so we'll see, because we know also outside month, and if they paid up and sold down on an outside bar, they might do it again, and right now they're trying to do so. So we'll see. We got an inside 60 here for the SPY, and you see it poke down a little bit. As soon as it went green, though, now an outside bar. So you got these two still stuck inside the opening 60 here that we need to get out of. So we'll see how that goes. We got a new 60 coming right now. If we go to QQQ, QQQ, also an inside day, but green, and you can see that took the inside 60 to the upside here too, right? But didn't poke down, so that was a clean break. 2-1-2 reversal coming back up. So we'll see. You got a little bit more distance, but an inside day right now, seeing how these new 60s play out. If we go to Dow Jones Diamonds, Dow Jones Diamonds poked up a little bit, didn't go very far though. Still an inside day there as well. And the small cappers here, also an inside day, but green, so we'll see how all these things play out. We're trying to follow along, see if any of these themes from the last few days have continued. And so if we go to XLE, see XLE has continued to the upside. There's your outside week, and now coming up on that 2-2 reversal month, 50.62, and there it is, right? So now we'll see OIH. Not as fortunate, but still following through a little bit from yesterday. And so the big boys, PXD, still coming up like that with that inside month to the upside. Now an inside 60. How's Conoco doing? There you go, still going on the 3-2-2 monther. So energy's still pulling through to a lesser extent, but still going too. Is some of the financials, XLF, FAS here. So that tells you, JP Morgan. Here, still coming up, House Citicorp's not so much. American Express coming up here, and that's MA as well. Here, coming up with the financials. Also, we were looking for pandemics because we had EXPE. EXPE, you can see that inside 60 to the upside. 2-2 reversal month. 2 down, 2 up, right? And a nice little week, nice 3 days there. So once you start to see these things move, you can stay on them, and then you find yourself a nice little inside 60. That tells us, how about a little TripAdvisor? TripAdvisor coming up as well. If we go to the cruise ships, our CL here, still coming up on that inside month to the upside, 2-1-2 reversal, and that tells us CCL as well. Inside month to the upside, 2-1-2, probably coming to a weekend vid near you. If you also go to the hotels, H, boom, still going. And that was a nice gap and reversal from down into here. So we'll see. Let me see. Switch this 30 down in here. And so here's how you can get in on this. If you go to a 30-minute, right, and you see this and be like, all right, bright green, I want to get in on this, but I want to have some corrective activity. There it is, right there. This is how you get on that. 2 up by taking out the high, 2 down, boom. There's your 2-2 reversal on the 30, and you're in, and off she goes. If we go to Marriott, lesser extent, but how's that doing? Marriott does the same thing. This is how you get in on that. Wait for that corrective activity on the 30, boom, 2-2 reversal 30, boom, off they go to the highs. So the pandemic's still coming up as well. One name that we've been watching all week, once it broke that monthly, Overstock, still going. And I remember that monthly right here. We're talking about that before it broke. It's 75.51. Nice move there. And you can see this 30 here. This was a 2 down. All right, boom, there's your 2-2 reversal. We call that pivot machine gun coming back through this. Anybody who's short against any of this stuff, boom, carry them out. They're gone. And off she goes. Still good for the rest of the month on that. We also always watching our gapper list. And if you go to the gapper list, why? And so, especially newer people will ask me, like, how are you going to start me off trading the strat? And I'm like, well, there's a couple ways. And I say 30 and 60s on the gapper list, right? So if you notice, this was a 2 down on the 30. That's a 2-2 reversal on the 30 right there, all right? And you still haven't had a lower low, right? and that's breaking above 49.88. It's trading 52.74. Not a bad little trade. And even if you said that's too fast, I'm going to go to the 60. I'm like, okay, there's your 2-2 reversal. 2 down by taking out the lows. Boom, right back up over 50.41. Still not a bad little trade for you there. If we go to ACY. ACY now coming in a little bit. We'll see if they triangle them out a little bit more on that. We'll see. Here's your 60 yesterday. It was nice. 2 down and then back up. And so we'll see. Now it's trying to mellow out a little bit. If we go to Angie from yesterday, Angie's still going. And Angie, here's how they try they out on the 60. Take out the lows. Boom, off you go, because we have that monthly 2 down, 2 up reversal on the month. Angie's list. If we go to VRDN, and this is a gapper from a few days ago, and another thing that we look for, that inside day after an outside day. 3-1-2 Chicago, and boom, off she goes. Backing off a little bit now in the last hour, so we'll see. But a nice little move off of that, which gives you the outside month. If you go to MRIN, MRIN hits magnitude. So once it, just like those 30s that I'm showing you, you can do that on the daily. Because you had a gap up for whatever reason this was. Discernible good news, right? So, but it goes up, it comes back in, then backs off on a 2 down. But then today you come in, that's a 2-2 reversal back up. 2 down, 2 up. And if that works, we're looking to hit magnitude, which is to take out this high. Because these two then become an outside bar of that, right? And then you can see how it stalls out a little bit. So now we want to see if those buyers step in. Right, because now here is your gapping broadening formation, like so, MRIN, and that's still a 2-2 reversal on the week or on the month too for the rest of the month, which is another most of next week. If we go to MTN, mountain, get boy, and you can see once again, if you're just, especially with the way the market gapped down earlier this week, that staying on 2-2 reversal months have been real good to the upside. Look at this, hammer 2 down and then boom, off she goes. All right, so nice little move there. We'll see if that sets up again for us here. If we go to Costco. And Costco, nice little day here. You can see these 3 days, we're all stuck in this range, right? So when you get through this, that's a compound inside bar right there. Boom, off she goes. A little quick up there, but there it is, and we'll see if that continues to set up for us. Got a little bit more room for all-time highs. If we go to INMD, still going, and there's your 3-1-2-60 to get you in, right there. Outside bar. Inside bar, boom, goes again. And there's that 3-2 weaker Momo hammer, still going vertical INMD. If we go to EHTH, and EHTH, just a nice little 2-2 reversal day off the lows, and you can see this cruising up there. And if you go to the 30, you see this. Inside 30 Momo hammer. Anybody got short in here? Boom, take them out. And this potential outside week, we're running out of week, but it might do it because once again you're coming back to the previous range. That's good. Means anybody short this thing's going to be short against all this kind of stuff, and you can take them out. If we go to Sava, and Sava, 2-2 weaker, 2 down, 2 up hammer, still going. Green on the month, you get that full time frame counter, you got an inside 30 right here. That gets you in. There was another one over here. If we go to IAC, and IAC hits magnitude, you're looking to triangulate out. Boom. And here's your broadening formation there. Higher highs, lower lows. Now inside on the 30. What that's trying to do here is trigger this 2 reversal month. Once again, over 139.48. Right, so when it took that out, you can hop in there. 139.48, so that's still good for the next week or so. If we go to Match.com, Match having just a nice little Momo hammer day coming up here, setting up the RevStrat week. All right, that works, you have that inside break. Now you're coming back up for the potential Rev Strat week for next week. Probably coming to a vid near you. And then there's Twizzlers. And Twizzlers, nice outside day. Now trying to come back up. How's that 60 looking? Inside 60 to the upside right now. Tesla. And if that works, that reconfirms this 2 down, 2 up week. If we go to the downside in the gappers, SCWX. Look at this perfect kicker. All right. Anybody short yesterday got carried out. Now, but anybody long could stay long. But then once you gap down below this, the scramble is on. And it opened on the absolute high. We'll see if that sets up again for us. But that's a real nice one to go after. If we go to Deckers. Deckers, 2 up by taking out the high day. And then boom, back to the previous range. And this thing just got wrecked. And it was real nice. Had some folks walking down the inside 15er. And then another inside 15er, and then just cover when she makes a new high. And we'll see if that sets up again. If we go to the towers, having some problems. American Tower inside weakened down, and that gives us SBAC here and CCI. The towers having some problems there, so coming down are the towers so far. We'll see if those set up again. If we go to BDX. And BDX, inside weak to the downside. Now it's firming up a little bit on that daily. We'll see if that sets up. How's that 60 looking? Okay, we'll see if that goes inside on the 60. Market's still recovering here, so keeping an eye on that to see if we stay inside days or not. If we go to Shop. And Shop, just a nice little 2 up, 2 down day. Now firming up with the market here. We'll see. If we go to Best Buy. And Best Buy having some problems here, and you can see that inside month, pokes up, boom, Rev Strat month, and you can see it's taking out all these lows, 6 months of lows, 5 months of lows, right? So that's something I'd want to know about it, especially if it stays down there. We'll see if that sets up again for us. If we go to Adobe, and Adobe, just after that gap, holding that gap lower, goes 2-2 reversal yesterday, but then 2-2 reversal back down. So magnitude to see if we can take these guys out. Right now, trying to firm up a little bit with market. You do get in that outside month, coming back through the range on the weekly. We like that. So we'll see if that weakens, if the market can start to weaken or just sit inside. If we go to Peloton. And Peloton's starting to firm up now inside in the 60s. But it was a nice little start to the day because we knew already been trading this week for the inside week to the downside with the magnitude to getting hit to go down there. Then another inside day. So what it did do is it did hit the magnitude. We're just looking to take this out, which it did. And then it firmed up, and then we'll see if we get another setup. If we go to Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree, outside month to the downside here, 3-2. This buying was rejected. It's still being rejected. Going to the lows of the week, and then you have your inside day. Now you can see it firming up. So, ins 21260 after hitting magnitude, just taking out the lows of that lower day. But now you can potential rev strat in the next hour. If we can get her to break below 84.67 again, that would get my attention. If we go to TLT, and you remember that kicker from yesterday. TLT, ooh boy, nice kicker. Bright green, boom, gap down, smash, and then still going to give us the outside week. Still handling inside month, and now it looks like inside in the 60. We'll see if there's anything more comes of that. If we go to Moderna, and Moderna starting to firm up again on a 260, but just knowing what to look for here. The 2 up, the 2 down. So we got a little bit out of that now, just kind of firming up. If we go to Domino's Pizza. And Domino's Pizza also firming up just a tad. And on this because of this 212 reversal month. Inside month to the downside, and then an inside day to reconfirm that after another inside day down here. All that kind of stuff. Now firming up and going inside 60. So if we go to HYFM. HYFM's just in all sorts of trouble. Outside monther, right? And here's what you look for in the weekly. Triangle day out. You can see the broadening formation here, the higher highs and the lower lows, and then you wait for that 2-2 reversal. 2 up, 2 down, and down she goes. So let's take a look at the SPY one more time here. Trying to firm up. We're going to see if these things stay inside days. Right now they're staying green on the new 60s. So still coming up here is the market. So continue to watch those 60s to see if we stay inside day or if we power up. All right, I hope everybody had a great week and has an even better weekend. I'm Rob Smith of Smith in the Black. Strat Time Report.